everybody, and welcome back to the Game Nexus. It's Dwayne and Stewart here, and today we're coming at you with some Necromunda news. Now
Yeah.
we have some dates to talk about and lots and lots of product information to talk about. So just a quick background. I mean, if you haven't heard of Necromunda, why? But more importantly, it's probably because the game is very old. And we're talking at least 20 well, I won't say 30 years, but 20, 25 years old, I believe. I picked this hobby up as my entry point into the 40K world. Actually, I started playing it before 40K, and it was a contained box set with a good miniature line. It didn't ever really hit that large line of product. It kind of stopped after they hit a certain level of product available, and they just left it alone for over decades, like a decade and a half. And there have been people still playing it. But exciting news this year was that it was coming back and re-envisioned, reimagined. So we now have a November 11th pre-order date, correct? Yeah, and we have a core box set coming to everybody, and it's going to include 2 gangs, 10 figures each, with some terrain, a game table, and kind of a little bit of an updated to the rules, I guess, right? Now you've looked at the rules for 40K, have you, Stu?
A little bit.
A little bit, yeah. So, I mean, I looked at some of the initial stuff, and it looks very much 40K still, which is good. The big change in the box set is what you were telling me earlier about is the game matter tiles, correct? So how is that working then?
So, I mean, they've described it or explained it fairly conclusively that they didn't want to do the 3D card terrain from the original box set. And,
Correct.
They did not want to do plastic molded terrain because it would cost too much.
Yeah, cost prohibitive.
So they basically packaged the game with, I think, 8 tiles, which are basically printed to look kind of like the Zone Mortalis tiles from Forge World, and the game in the box is designed to work. It's the structure underneath the hive.
The sewers.
It's more like the maintenance tunnels
Yeah.
underneath the hive.
So essentially they're saying the core box is a specific environment that you'll be playing in, hence the tiles.
Yeah.
And then the idea is now we have a source book coming.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a Gang
like
Wars called?
immediately.
Yeah, right. And so the Gang War book is a standalone package that you'll buy, a book that will give you all the rules that go along with creating 3D terrain and
how to play with it.
Right, and the verticality, I guess, that comes along with it.
Yeah, all the extra rules.
Yeah, the original Necromunda terrain, I would imagine, if you still have it, unfortunately I don't, would still be functional. They're basically using 40K inches, so there's no reason to worry about whether things are scaled differently.
Everything's still measured the same.
Yeah, I mean, the latest issue of White Dwarf actually goes into some detail on it, and looks like they're paving the way for exactly what we had many years ago as far as the gangs go. The developers have said that they are planning on looking past that, so we're not just going to get a reissue of everything and then they're going to stop again. It sounds like they've got some agenda that's going to take them beyond even what the original had. So that's a good sign as well.
Yeah.
So all in all, I think we're looking at probably $100 plus box set. And it's now November 11th pre-order, but I heard like a couple weeks later release. So we're going to see it this month.
Yes.
Yeah, perfect.
Right at the end.
Yeah, and at the Game Nexus here, it's one of the games that we have on our list for the year. We've got a couple different games that we've been eyeballing, so you will see ongoing content from us. Look for some battle reports, hobby-related stuff, and of course an unboxing when we get the product at the end of November as well. So I'm pretty fired up about it, Stu. Looks like our next big thing.
Yep, it's going to be great.
Excellent. Okay, well, keep checking back, and we'll have more for you in the future.